Okay, so somebody on here told me that Twitter is the way to actually get people to listen from YouTube. That reports and blogs they don't do any good on YouTube, but on Twitter there are people that will listen and pay attention. So I have made a few Twitter posts about the situation. One thing I realized is that many of these channels don't have Twitter accounts linked. Adonis Paul specifically has had account deactivated. So it's a bit harder to let Twitter know what's going on because the YouTube accounts in question hide from Twitter by not being on Twitter, at least not on their accounts that are linked. But and also I had to make multiple posts and my mind is scrambled. I don't know if I got everything out. There's so much that has happened in the past 2 years. I mean, they've mailed me a shovel. They've sent me rape threats. They've sent me death threats. I spent months receiving phone calls constantly. It they sent a letter to a man that I put in prison for murder, sending him all of my current information. They quite literally contacted a man I put in prison because they said, well, we need his side of the story. They had his side of the story. There was a trial. They sent my own aunt to leave urine at my brother's grave. I forgot to put that one on Twitter. And day after day after day of the targeted harassment, they're literally trying to pay me to harass somebody else the way that they've been harassing me. And that proves to me that they pay people to harass people for them so that it looks like there's more than it is. And that it's so manipulative. And it's so fucked up. When you put it all together and you look at everything that has gone on in the last 2 years of this, and to think of the things that they've done to people before me, this has to stop. This has to stop with me. It can't continue on where they're contacting people in prison and desecrating graves. This has to come to an end.